Good evening. Tonight, going to do a little demonstration on how to make a dirty martini. It is going to be my cocktail of the evening in addition to this. Because any bartender who is making a drink in a public establishment or at home should be intoxicated themselves in order to let the creative juices flow and henceforth. So, step one to the dirty martini, we're going to take our bowl here. As you can see, I have 7 olives in it, which was a trick passed down to me by an old bartender. We're going to take a fork and we're going to muddle the olives. So basically mash them down into what is called the mash with the bottom of the fork. And these have red centers. They're nothing fancy. They're just plain olives. You want to muddle it pretty good. You want to press pretty hard. You want a nice fluent mash for your martini. Do this for a little bit here. These olives have been in the refrigerator since November, so hopefully I don't get mad cow disease or whatever you get from consuming that. Alright, so now we have our mash. As you can see, it's mashed up. This is a different technique as opposed to putting olive juice in. This you'll find to be a lot tastier than using juice. As you can see here, I have my state-of-the-art wine and spirit shaker. I already got ice in it. We're going to put our mash right into the shaker here. Get all that in there. And at this time, we're going to add about a shot's worth of dry vermouth. Martini Rossi, nothing but the best around here. I don't even know if you can buy any other kind of dry vermouth, but you know, whatever. So we're gonna add a little bit of that. And we don't measure anything. Any bartender that measures anything isn't worth anything. You gotta feel it from your ancestors that were bartenders. And now we're gonna add our base, which is Grey Goose. You know, get the goose loose a little bit here. You might ask yourself, if you've seen my previous videos, knowing that I have a bottle of Tito's that is currently open and going, why not use that? And that's because I'm not running a second-rate operation over here. You know, if I'm gonna make a dirty martini and I don't have Kettle One, I'm gonna use nothing but the best, which is right here. So, you know, that's how that works. Pop that open, and we're gonna add a hearty amount to our shaker. We're gonna throw some Grey Goose in there. Fill that bad boy up pretty good. That's about right. We're going to have a little left over, and I'll get to that at the end of the video. It's what was explained to me as the splash by that same old school bartender. So we're going to put our cover back on, and we're going to give this a nice shake as we again stay intoxicated while making our drink to let the creativity flow. Give that a nice shake. That's just a standard icy light. Because you're using a mash instead of a liquid olives, you want that to flow pretty good there. You want to make that right. Okay. So now we're going to take our martini glass here, my martini glass that I have chilling. I got ice and water in there. I've had it in there for about 15 minutes. Gonna dump that out. The glass is nice and chilled. Okay, and hopefully this is nice and shaken up. Remove the little top here. We're gonna strain that out into our glass. Make sure that's on and sealed. And we're straining our dirty martini into the glass. Getting a little here. gonna get a nice, almost up to the rim there. That looks pretty good. And now we're going to get to the mash, which I need a rocks glass for. I'm sorry, the splash. And you remove the top for that, and then you pour the remaining contents into a rocks glass. And now that will all funnel down and melt towards the bottom. And what you'll have is a nice after drink after your martini, which is more, a little bit extra there. Drop my fork. And then for the finishing touch on the regular martini, we're just going to throw in my little toothpick here with 4 olives. It's just going to sink in there. And basically what you have here is a mash made dirty martini, no juice, and a splash, which is left over from it. So, in honor of the NFL draft tonight, everybody, go Steelers, stay tipsy. I can't use that one, that's somebody else. Have a buzz. Later.